Alrighty, well, another update. I spent some time working on this, and it's still pretty rough looking, but I think it looks pretty good. So, the one issue or a couple issues that I had with this is, one, the complexity, and two, the lag. This would not work well on a server implemented on a large scale because of all the redstone dust, all the open hoppers, etc., etc. So what I did is I refined it down, and so this is an 8, right? And then this is actually 10 of them linked together. I still have the water streams because I found it easiest to lock the hoppers that way. There's just a pressure plate and a redstone torch for a locked hopper. And I also simplified the design. Each segment only uses 3 redstone dust in total. And instead of having an AND gate over here, because you can see there's the AND gate, one input is connected to the detector rail, and the other is connected to the RS NOR latch. This one uses a T flip-flop with a composter on top of the hopper to reduce lag. So the T flip-flop is a lot easier to work with, particularly because I didn't have to add in a delay. I had to add in a delay on the other one, which said for this amount of time, if the cart crosses over, it is not coming back. This way, the item sorter simply sends the chest down and flips the T flip-flop saying it's out. And then, once it comes back, it'll reset it and put it back up. And then once the cart actually gets back, it sends it down the water stream. I also had to use this design so the hoppers aren't directly underneath the water stream. I wanted to make it so I could lock the hoppers with a redstone block on top, but this is the best I could find. So I only have a couple books in here. Then I'll go there. It's kind of, well, especially way down there, it's kind of slow compared to the other one, but it sends back, picks up, and sends the book back, or the key. The rail system, the whole thing is a little bit wider than this design, but I think overall it's actually a little bit shorter, and shorter vertically, and it's also shorter this direction. It's a little bit thinner this direction because it's only 2 wide instead of 3 wide, which means you can stack them closer together. And yeah, so it's working pretty well. That's just a quick update. So overall, just to top everything off, a simplification of the redstone, the use of T flip-flops instead of an RS NOR latch and an AND gate. Still the same sort of item sorter, but here's the great thing about the item sorter. Oops, let me actually go to one of the ones in use. Because of the design, I only need to use 1 book, and because of the way this works right here, there is a system in place to prevent more than 1 item from flowing at a time. That way nothing jams up the machine. So there's 1 key in the sorter, 1 key left over. I'm having trouble with this. I've never figured out how to fix that in an item sorter. And then it gets deposited in there. So let me show you, for example. Goes there. You can see it. That triggers. And then this allows it to flow, and then it's ready to go. And then once the... well, let me show you this real quick. The other thing is, because of the way this rail system works, I had to expand it a little bit. That's why this one is a little bit wider than the other one. But overall, it still works pretty efficiently. In fact, I think it works more efficiently with the way the rails switch, because actually, as you can see, there's no interruption. The cart actually gets thrown onto... it gets thrown onto here beforehand, goes all the way down, and because of the delay on here, this rail doesn't switch until after the cart has left. So it's also much more robust than that rail system over there. And let's send it back. You can see it gets shot back on, resets, and there's the book. It got ejected. There we go. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.